it's Keegan. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to go through all of the dorm essentials. I'm going to be a senior in college, so I feel like over the course of my college career, I've really figured out what you do and you don't need for college. I've done a few of these videos before, but I really wanted to break it down to all the essentials that you guys will need. I will link all the other dorm videos that I've done down below. There's quite a few, but hopefully they're helpful. So I wanted to separate this into categories because although a dorm room is like one room, you have to have all the essentials. You have to have your kitchen stuff, your bedroom stuff, your bathroom stuff, your closet stuff. So I'm going to separate it into rooms, even though it's literally going to be just like one tiny little room. I also did not include things that you already own, like clothes, toiletry, makeup remover, stuff like that. I'm really only including the things that you need to buy, so obviously bring the stuff that you already own. I have a list of things that you definitely need, and hopefully this video is helpful. Let's start with probably the most important, which is the bedroom. The first thing that you're going to need is a mattress topper. This is very obvious. I think everyone knows that. People that didn't sleep with a mattress topper, believe it or not, some people didn't have a mattress topper. They were miserable. Their backs hurt all the time. I got a mattress topper that was 3 inches from Bed Bath & Beyond. That thing was incredible. People always would sit on my bed and be like, what? It was incredible. The mattresses are so uncomfortable. The ones that they gave us are literally like these like blue slippery mattresses that you would find like at some like camp in the middle of nowhere. That's the kind of stuff that they give you. It's so uncomfortable, so having like a thick mattress topper on top of that will really help, because if you have a super thin mattress topper, you're still going to feel the tenseness and the, I don't know if tenseness, the hardness of the mattress that they give you. So you're probably gonna want that. Mine was not a real mattress, it was like one of those fake ones, but if they do give you a real mattress, you're probably gonna want a mattress cover just to protect yourself from whoever was there before you. Since mine was not real, it was one that you could easily wipe away fluids, if you know what I mean. Obviously you're gonna want bedding and pillows, and I'm not just talking throw pillows, I'm talking like pillows that you sleep with at night. I feel like that's something that gets looked over very easily. It's like one of those things that you can just forget. You always have a pillow and you're more focused on like the cutesy throw pillows, and then you're like, oh, I need to sleep it tonight. For pillows, I actually recommend getting new ones instead of bringing ones I already own, so when you go home you will have pillows to sleep on at night. And then they're also compressed. Do you know how they do like the vacuum seal for the pillows? Makes it so much easier to move than having like these fluffy pillows everywhere. If you need some, I'd recommend just buying new ones. Another thing that you're going to need is pillowcases. Sometimes bedding doesn't come with pillowcases, and you're also going to want your bed sheets. I know this is like very obvious stuff. I have more like non-obvious stuff lower in the list. Bed sheets, I honestly recommend only getting one pair of bed sheets, or like one thing. I don't know what they're called. Unit. Some people buy an extra set of bed. Oh, set. That's what they're called. Some people buy an extra set of bed sheets. I personally don't think that you need that. Number one, it takes up space. Number two, the second you undo it from its little package, you can never get it that small, and it just takes up a ton of space. Personally, I would just wash my bed sheets and not sit on my bed while they were being washed and dried. For me, it wasn't an issue. Storage was the bigger issue, and that's why I don't think you need two, but it's really up to your personal preference. I've said that in a video before, and some people are very offended when I say you don't need 2 sets. It's really up to you, but I personally don't think you need to. I also recommend getting lamps, whether these are floor lamps or table lamps. My dorm did not have an overhead light. It only had windows, so at night it was pitch black, and for a while all I had was my little desk lamp, which did illuminate the room pretty well. I will give it the credit. Like, good for that lamp. If your dorm was anything like mine, you'll probably need a lamp. I also recommend getting extension cords. There's packs of extension cords where there's like 3 in them. Most dorms are like, you're not allowed to have extension cords. No one follows that. There's no one coming in your room checking for an extension cord or not. If someone's coming into your room checking for something, it's probably something illegal that's not an extension cord. So I recommend getting extension cord. You're probably gonna need them for almost everything because there's not that many outlets in dorms. I never blew a fuse. 2 or 3 extension cords are a must because there's not a ton of outlets around. I also recommend getting extra seating for your room. This could be a futon, some extra chairs, some ottomans, anything for when you have friends come over. When you're in a dorm, the only seating options are on your bed, and some people are very weird about people sitting on their bed, your one desk chair, or your floor. That's pretty much the only seating options. I had like a little ottoman, which was really nice. I didn't really care about people sitting on my bed, but some people did. Just any extra seating. You don't need a huge futon if you don't want one, but if you do want one, get one. Also, you're gonna want a trash can. I kind of recommend getting 2. I had one of the small ones from Target by my desk, and then for our like kitchen, like kind of bathroom and stuff, I get a medium one. Don't get like a huge kitchen trash can. You're not going to take it out as often when it's huge, and it'll get super smelly and your room's pretty small. For my dorm, we couldn't open the windows. If you had a huge trash can and didn't take it out often, it would smell. But if you only have small ones, you'll be taking that out all the time. So I recommend just getting a medium trash can. If you can find one with a lid, probably preferred. I also recommend getting some kind of nightstand or something to put your phone on at night. I had my fridge next to my bed, so that was literally my nightstand. I've seen some people get like those over the bed pocket pouch things things, you're probably just gonna want something to put your phone, your laptop on at night. Before I moved my fridge next to my bed, there used to be like a little gap in between my bed and my dresser that was under it. I put my phone and my laptop in that little gap, so that was kind of my nightstand. It wasn't the best. Maybe in the middle of the night, I'd be like, where is it? And I'd accidentally kick it off the dresser and it'd fall on the floor. Definitely get something, whether it's a nightstand, a pocket, a fridge, something to put your phone on at night. I've tried leaving it on my bed while I sleep, and one time I actually knocked my laptop off. It hit the wall and then flew behind my bed, and then it was stuck like on the I was terrified that I shattered my laptop basically. Definitely get something to put your electronics on before you go to bed at night. Let's talk about the bathroom. Everyone has a different bathroom situation. Some people have private bathrooms, some people have suites, some people have communal bathrooms. I had a suite, so it was me and my roommate, and then my 2 suite mates shared a bathroom, so it was 4 people sharing 1 bathroom. I recommend getting bath towels, hand towels, and washcloths. I only got 2 bath towels that worked perfect for me. I use one for my body and one for my hair, and I just wash them frequently because there's not a ton of storage. I also recommend getting a shower caddy to put all of your stuff. I think that everyone needs a shower caddy. I also really recommend one with holes. I don't know if it's like mesh, but it wasn't a plastic one, like one of the hard ones. It was more of like a fabric-y type deal. You don't have a ton of storage, and I was able to squish mine, whereas the plastic ones you couldn't, so that made the most sense for me. But definitely get one with holes so you can drain out the water, so the water's not sitting in there and it's like all mildewy and gross and disgusting. Definitely get a shower caddy. Definitely get one with holes. A thing that I see people say that you need all the time are shower shoes. I personally did not have shower shoes. I lived in a suite. I knew the people that were using my shower. We cleaned it very frequently. It was a gross shower, but it wasn't communal, and I didn't feel like a need to wear shower shoes. I also do not like the idea of wearing shoes while wet, but if you're in a communal bathroom or you don't really know your suite mates, or like it's not very clean, maybe just buy a $1 or $5 pair of shower shoes, and then if you need them, you need them. If you don't, you don't. A pair of really cheap flip-flops are honestly a necessity because I always had to go downstairs to let people into my building. If you didn't live in the building, you couldn't just go up, so just having a pair of shoes that you could quickly like get on and run out the door, it comes in handy. So maybe just a pair of shower shoes or some throw-on flip-flops, a pair of slides, who knows. Let's talk about your closet. Your closet is probably not going to be very big, so you want to make the most sense with your space. First thing you're going to want is a laundry hamper or basket. When I was a freshman, I had a collapsible one, so it was like came like a little stack, and then you could open it up and like don't get one of those. They were not sturdy, so it would constantly fall over. If I filled it up to the top, it would like fall over, and it was very annoying. I'll put a picture on the screen. It's the one that I have right now. It's kind of like bendy. It's not like a hard plastic, so you can kind of fit it and squish it into tight spaces. And they're also really helpful because you can put stuff in it when you're moving. I also recommend getting hangers. Hangers are hard to move. If you have the money, I would recommend getting new ones. My personal favorite are the velvet ones. They're from Amazon. I will make like a whole Amazon page and link everything down below for you guys. I'll put as much links as I possibly can down below for everything. Amazon has a really great set of velvet hangers. The velvet ones are super thin, so you can fit a lot more stuff in your closet because the hangers are super skinny, and they're velvet, so the clothes aren't constantly sliding off. I also recommend getting some kind of extra storage for your clothes or your shoes or just your stuff in general. They don't give you a ton of storage. I had like one like mini half dresser. Like that's what they gave us. I actually ended up buying an IKEA dresser and putting it under my bed. My theory was, okay, I'm going to need extra storage. I might as well get something that I can move into an apartment or like my sorority house next year, something that I can use and not just throw away at the end of the year. A lot of people do buy these plastic kind of clubby things that are a little bit bigger from Target or Amazon. Those are also a really great cheaper alternative that are quite a bit cheaper, so if you want to go that route, you can. I just recommend getting extra storage no matter what, whether it's like those IKEA cubes or even from Target or like ottomans that have storage in them. Just something to store all of your stuff in. It's not just your bedroom, it's also your kitchen, it's also your bathroom, it's also your closet. It's a bunch of stuff. It's basically an entire house shoved into one little room that you also share with another person. I also recommend getting an ottoman. This is like something that I think is so important. If your bed is raised, that's something that can help you stand on your bed, but I also recommend getting one with storage in it because you can put your shoes in there, you can put your clothes in there. For my dorm at my school, if you owned it, your RA couldn't go through it. It's like the school wasn't allowed to go through it. It's like if you, let's say, put alcohol, not that you would ever underage drink, never, into one of the drawers that they gave you, they could go through and get you in trouble for that. But if you put it in something like an ottoman that you bought yourself, they can't go through it. I'm just throwing that out there, not promoting underage drinking. That was just a hypothetical. And then last thing for the closet, I'd recommend a full-length mirror. Target has some really cheap ones. I literally hung mine to the wall with command tape. It was super easy, but I recommend getting one. It makes the room look bigger, and then you can also see what you look like. We only had like one mirror, and it was disgusting and dirty. Let's talk about your kitchen. You'll probably probably have a dining hall meal plan swipe thing. My school like requires it. When you're a freshman, you're going to need some kitchen stuff. Let's say you want to make food in your building's little kitchen, or you want to have a bowl of cereal, or just something super simple like that. I do recommend having some kitchen supplies, but I recommend having a very minimal amount. I would say 4 of everything at the very most. Plates, bowls, mugs, cups, silverware. Those are a necessity. I'm sure these are kind of like duh. Target had some really cheap ones that are under $1. I think they're like 50 cents. Those are the ones that I'd recommend. IKEA has really nice sets with their glass, so I'd recommend waiting to get those until you're in an apartment. The Target ones are really great. They're very cost effective, and if you drop them, they're not going to shatter everywhere. You'll probably use the dining hall most of the time, but it's nice to have these things just in case. You're also going to need a mini fridge. I would recommend getting the biggest mini fridge that you can find. Sometimes you're like, oh, you're not allowed to have one this size. No one notices. My RA never once noticed anything that I did that I wasn't supposed to at all. I don't even think they cared, because I think everyone does it. As long as you're not doing anything like illegal, I think you're fine. I'd recommend getting a mini fridge that has the freezer on top of it. That's not just the freezer tray. If it's 2 people sharing this fridge, it's going to get really tight. Your drinks, your food, everything, it kind of gets snug in there. So I do good mini fridge. I knew someone had like a medium-sized one. I wish I had that. I think they got it from Costco. A mini fridge is a must, especially a bigger one. You're also probably going to want to get a microwave. Get a cheap one. You do not need an expensive one. I literally got one that was used and it worked perfectly fine. If you're going to move into an apartment, most likely the apartment that you're moving into has a microwave. You don't need some bougie high-tech one. If you do want to cook in your dorm, there are a few things that I could recommend. An air fryer, a toaster oven, maybe a hot plate, and a coffee maker. Those are pretty much the only appliances you'll ever need, if not more than you need. An air fryer is basically an oven. I guess a toaster oven kind of does the same thing. I love cooking food in the air fryer. It's basically a portable oven. If you do want to cook food in your dorm, I'd recommend one of those. I recommend waiting, feeling out the dining hall, see if you like it or not, and then buying some of these appliances, because you don't want to buy them and never use them. Let's talk about cleaning supplies. This is probably the thing that your mom is like, you need this, you need that, and that's probably the thing that's like, you're like, what about throw pillows? And they're like, all-purpose wipes. No, seriously, that's exactly what happened with my mom. If you watch any of my dorm shopping videos, that was the first thing my mom was like, let's go to the cleaning aisle in Target. I'd recommend getting a nice vacuum. You're going to need one. For a while, I didn't have one. We ended up having to buy one. I recommend 100% do not get those little hand vacuums. Horrible. Don't get them. Waste of money, waste of time. I had a Dyson, actually, one of those like skinnier ones. I got mine used off Amazon, so it was like pretty cheap. I think it was like half the price. I would totally recommend doing that. That is the best vacuum. I've had it in every place that I've lived. Every person that's ever used it, my roommates, my suite mates, my sorority sisters when I lived in my sorority house, my roommates now, everyone loves it. It's super skinny. It works really well. You just need to charge it, and it's like electric, so you don't even need to plug in while you're vacuuming. Takes up barely any space. I feel like this is an ad for the vacuum. It's not. If you can find one that's refurbished, I would totally recommend doing that. Also recommend like multi-purpose cleaner, glass cleaner, Clorox wipes, glass cleaner obviously for your mirrors. I didn't have wood furniture, maybe some like wood cleaner, I don't know. I'd also recommend room spray, whether it's like bathroom spray like Poopery, or even if it's like Febreze or those like wall scent things. Your room can smell. It's 2 people living in a really tight quarter, and I'm sure laundry and clothes and trash can, it smells. Having something that makes your room smell a little yummy and a little less yucky would be really great. And then you'll probably want some stuff to clean your bathroom, like toilet bowl cleaner, like the little bleach powder stuff. I don't know. If you have a communal bathroom, you're probably not going to need this. I also recommend waiting to buy this so you can split this with all of your suite mates if you live in a suite and you're sharing a bathroom, just so it's not one person buying it, everyone's using it, or you don't have a ton of the same things. It just makes the most sense. Also, I totally forgot for the bathroom stuff. If you do live in a suite, rugs, toilet things like toilet paper, stuff like that, I'd recommend just splitting it with your suite mates. You're all using it, so it makes the most sense. Last thing I have on here is extras, things that don't really fit into a category. First one is school supplies. You're gonna need school supplies. I've done videos in the past on what school supplies you're going to need. I'll probably do one this year too, just when I go back to school shopping, but you're going to want like notebooks, some pens, some highlighters, stuff like that. Another thing that you're probably gonna want is a toolkit. So many people use my toolkit. I'm not kidding. It is like the communal toolkit for everyone. I was the only one that really brought one. It was a grad gift that someone gave to me. It was a set from Amazon. When you're building furniture, when you're moving into your dorm and you're moving out, it's super helpful. You'll be surprised how often you need things like that. Also batteries. I like to put my batteries in my toolkit just in case like you have twinkly lights and one thing goes out. You don't need a whole set, just a few here and there, some double A's, some triple A's, you know how it is. Also a first aid kit. I kind of put this with my bathroom stuff. If you're bleeding or like cut yourself or you fall, I'm very clumsy. I'm just now remembering to tell myself. For closet stuff, you're probably gonna want like stain remover, Tide Pods, color catcher, stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty basic too. Earbuds, wireless headphones, soundproof headphones. Dorms are pretty loud. Some people are having like dorm parties. Your roommate might be FaceTiming her boyfriend while you're trying to study. Really helpful to just have something to block out the noise. And the last thing, of course, is the most fun thing, and that is to decor. I'm going to be doing a video about how to decorate your dorm room. People always ask me how to do this, and I love decorating. It's so much fun, so I will kind of go through my thought process of how I decorate dorms. So hopefully if you guys do not know how to decorate your dorm, it'll give you some ideas. Get some decor like throw pillows, throw blankets, wall stuff, just to make it feel homey. That is the dorm essentials. If I forgot anything, make sure to comment them down below. I love hearing all of your guys' essentials. If you guys are moving into a dorm, I'm so excited for you. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I'm making a ton of college back to school content. I don't know why I said it like that. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!